It's
sick.
To be fair, all of that shit should have been on here, shouldn't it then?
Yeah, is it recording now?
Yeah, it's recording.
Already live. Even the fucking bit about the limp fucking microphone.
No, we
Not the film. You have to fucking hold that
I'm
shit
just
up
sat
for
like
an
this
hour.
holding a microphone up for however long.
Grabbing it, fuck's sake.
Touching up your mic.
Oh, let me bang this phone on silent. Have you got yours on silent?
Yeah.
Fucking first time.
First time for everything.
Right, boys. Another episode of Make It Mastermind podcast. We've got Andy from Bad Company. We've got Joe Craven. How are you doing, boys?
Good, thanks. Not too bad.
Yeah, good to get you. We've been chatting to Joe for a little while. Fucking Andy sat in on the one with little riot we had with
Sat in
Liam
laughing
and
with
Vinny.
Liam and Vinny, yeah.
Yeah, you got a little shout out, didn't you?
I just got abused. It wasn't a shout out. It was taking piss out of me, putting my jacket on my feet when I was pissed up. That's where it was.
You know what? I've got it on my. That's one of my questions for you. Actually, is how that came about. But now you've mentioned it.
Typical Howson.
This is the jacket in question.
Yes.
If you want me to reenact it,
You know what? I might get it on the camera for you. Liam. Just for
You know,
people
you can
at
get
home.
Liam back, man. You'll have to drop a little story on
Yeah,
him.
you must have something on Liam. Little clap back.
Nothing that can be said, I don't think. I've got all sorts on him, but nothing that can be said. Nah, it was just one of them. It was after the fights. We were all drinking with Felipe, the guy who owns Yokao, and all the Thais and everything. And Thai drinking games are stupid.
Are they?
Oh, they're insane because they don't know anything, do they? So they don't have any drinking games. So it's rock, paper, scissors. So it's Sam, see, Sam, drink. Start again. Sam, see, Sam, drink.
Really?
And I lost every fucking game to Sanchez, and we were drinking like pints of wine basically.
Oh shit.
So I'd knocked back about 3 bottles of wine in half an hour, and we're like, it was game over.
Oh shit.
Walked into the hotel room, me and Vinny fully dressed, still in the same suit.
Was it looking sharp even after
He
all
was
that
looking
wine?
sexy, but he passed out on the floor next to me. I stripped naked and got in bed with fucking Liam's girlfriend, and she's like, "What's going on here? We're family. What are you doing?" So, and then Liam's like, "Come on, we got to go." I was like, "No, we don't." "Yeah, we do. Get up. Come on, put your clothes on." Filming me, laughing his head off, and I just put my jacket on my feet. I grabbed near his thing to mean it with my coat.
You had good effort though. You had them quite
I tell
far
you
up
what,
your legs.
It were bang on.
Ping legs out there, innit? You
Is that what it is? A
That's
pin
what
legs.
happens when you got chicken legs in
legs
it.
into friggin' arm
So-
legs.
You can see the jacket here, yeah? I got my heels through that. I had my heel in there and my toes out. It were a good fit.
Yeah, nice fit. Fucking. Did you get into any stuff in Thailand and any drinking, or is it just strict training?
There's big fights coming up, so.
Yeah, do you want to talk about that a bit more?
Yeah, so I fight.
You plan for the next few weeks?
Yeah, so I fight next week on
Yokao.
Yokao, yeah. Yeah, but I'm trying to think what number it is. 38.
37, 38, innit?
I'm defending my number 1 spot against the number 2 or 3.
Number 3, I think he is, isn't he? I'm
Yeah,
not
number
sure.
3, Chris Shaw.
It's a good fight, though. He's strong.
I've had a full 8-week camp. I've just come back from Thailand for 3 weeks, training out at Yokao Gym in Bangkok. I've been training twice a day, running twice a day, and then just living life of a fighter, really. And then I fight again in 4 weeks after that. I fight for WBC world title, Phoenix world title, against Yusuf Buchanan. Was like the man.
He's the best in the world at your weight.
Yeah.
He's lumpy. He lives in Thailand. He's Lumpini champion as well, or
Lumpini,
he's Lumpini and Rajadamnern champion. Omnoy champion.
ISKA, WBC, WMC.
He's just a man.
Yeah, he's the man at the weight division. So yeah, it's a massive fight for him. You know, fair play. He's only not even 21 yet, are you?
Nope.
And he's just
Young gun.
I was going to ask how old you are.
Yeah, how did you
20.
get into Muay Thai into the first
Not gonna
place?
lie, mate. I think my mum and dad just didn't like spending time with me. Just shit me off. 4-year-old. I'll wait to get rid of me. But yeah. Originally, I started at a gym in Halifax.
Right.
A place called Calder Thai. I was there from 4 right up till about 15 years old. And then at 15, that's when I turned pro. And then ended up coming over to Bad Company just because of better fights, better training. And then, yeah, it all took off since then. Ended up fighting abroad and stuff like that. And then I've grew up my name since then.
How's it different training out of Bad Company and training in Thailand? What's the What's the main difference?
To be honest with you, it is a lot of it's quite similar. Like at Badco, we keep it quite Thai style, as in
get your pads in, sparring, clinch. It's
over there. It's their way of life. That's their usual out there. You run twice a day, you train twice a day. But all them boys, they're all fighting top level. As in at Badco, it just depends. We've got me, Liam, Jordan, and all them sort of people. But Jordan's on holiday, Liam's been injured, and then it's just...
I'm old as shit.
Yeah. So it just depends on who we've got in on the day. As in out there, you've got it every day. So it's quite... Yeah, it's quite full on.
The trainers in the gym at Yokkao now as well are like pretty much the top trainers in the whole of Thailand. They're all ex-champions, or even some of them are still like current champions, or they're all really, really good trainers. So you've got... And they're there, that's their job. It's not like us guys. I've got a full-time job. Obviously, Liam and Jordan work in the gym and stuff, and he works in the gym. But it's not like we're there all the time. It's not our job. We all come in and pad work each other for our fights and look after each other. We've got to arrange with each other. Oh, what time are you at gym tonight? Can you get there for this? Can you pad work me? Can you do this? In Thailand, you wake up, go running, come back, train, eat, go to sleep, come back, train. That's it. That's your life.
You don't have to worry about padding other people.
Yeah.
It's just do what you do. You
look after yourself. You can solely concentrate on yourself and your training rather than having to we'll pad each other 5 rounds, and then by the time you've done that, it's not easy holding pads, is it? Do you know what I mean? Especially when
it takes out,
like when you're a fighter as well and you're doing it as a living, like him and Liam do now, and I used to do. You're doing like maybe 4 or 5 PTs, train yourself, go home, eat, come back. You've got to do another couple of PTs to make some money. Train again for 3-4 hours, and by the time you get home and you're like, fucking hell, I'm knackered here, and everyone thinks it's alright, laugh what they do. All they do is toss it off and have a laugh all day and just train and go, it's easy, which we do, we toss it off and have a laugh, but you're grafting all day, like holding 5 rounds of pads and sparring and clinching. That's what you do with your PT. So you got to think, if you've done 3-4 PTs, you've done 20 rounds of pads, 20 rounds of sparring, 20 rounds of clinch before you've even trained yourself.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it's hard, isn't it? It's like 5 hours training.
Yeah. People don't appreciate that.
Yeah, you don't realise.
You don't see it,
You don't think it. You don't think what you're doing. You don't realise when you're doing it yourself, to be fair. It's just sometimes you go, fucking hell, shit, I've done like 30 rounds of pads already today, holding pads, and I've got a hit now.
So you'll go out to Thailand just to make sure you've got you're just out there and you're focused on that one thing. You can go and get you. Yeah,
it's been good, to be fair. Like I went out on my own. I'm not going to lie, I'm buzzing to be back because it was doing me fucking head in. But
why?
Mate, I was just in my own head all the time because you're there in your own room. Like if you're not training, you'll go have some food and then you straight back to your room and you'll go to sleep, just ready for the next training session in the afternoon. But because you're there on your own, you're just talking to yourself in head all the time. It's like, mate,
says a lot about you, that joke.
Oh man, literally, it's just like I was sat there and it's like, oh yeah, but what if, and then you think to yourself, oh yeah, but I can do this, blah blah blah. So you're always battling with yourself in your own head. So it's like it's good just to get back
to normality.
So then you can talk to back.
You can talk to people rather than yourself.
Yeah, exactly. So you got a bit of a social life again. Yeah.
At least you had Spencer. That's one up thing.
Yeah,
Exactly.
At
least Spencer's out there. One of his mates is out there, a Scottish boy. He's out there doing good. He lives in Thailand and trains at Yokkao and just lives there like constantly. So at least there's him there.
Is it really? I'm guessing it's proper competitive when you're out there as well. When you're sparring with all those guys.
Oh yeah, so definitely it was Dig's biggest.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah. 100%.
Fucking hell, Andy, man, I wanted to ask you when Liam came on, you didn't speak about it. Tell us a little bit more about Bad Company and how it started.
Richard started Bad Company with another guy in 1992, I think it was. Yeah, 1992. And then there's been a couple of trainers in and out, but it was predominantly him and Steve Dean, like sort of towards the end of those guys. Steve Dean then moved off and up and his own little thing over here originally in Morley. But yeah, just 1992 onwards, it's one of the longest standing gyms in the UK, I think. And it's constantly produced top level fighters from day one right up to, like when we first started, I think there was 3 or 4 guys in the gym, and obviously Lisa was actively fighting then, that were all like number 1 in the UK and world champions, British champions, European champions and stuff like that. And then obviously myself, Jordan grew up obviously to be fighting that same level, and Liam, and we've all gone on to win numerous world titles, and it's madness. It's just a constant repetition of great fighters coming out now, and now we've got a massive bunch of juniors coming through that are all amazing as well. They're all world champions already in their own right, like junior level. They're going to start stepping up in the next sort of like 5-6 years to fighting adults. Yeah, it's madness. It's crazy. They've kept that. Rich has managed to keep that level this high for like best part of like 25 years.
Yeah,
or more.
Liam touched on it a little bit about the competitive nature. It's saying like, if you're sparring yourself or you're sparring,
you always want to win.
Like, you're always you're competitive with each other, and kind of, what does he say, like steel sharpen steel or whatever.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? I mean,
strength and steel.
We all want each other to be the best we can be as well. Like if he's, like, we always have a go at him in the past. This time he's done all right. You can see he's lean and he's actually pretty much on weight ready. But normally he's just an idiot with his diet. The guy can't diet for shit.
What's your weakness, Joe?
Fucking everything. Just diet in general.
Food. Seafood diet.
Chocolate cake.
Yeah, everything.
Mate, last time I went to Thailand, so me, Liam, Jordan, and Fraser, we all went out to Thailand. I was fighting Jake Purdy, UK number 2. I was defending my number 1 spot. Come back, how many weeks were it before? 3, 2?
3, I think, wasn't it? 3 weeks
Come back,
before.
I had 15 kilo to lose. Yeah, exactly.
15 kilos?
Exactly. So
Listen to this though.
I went out
this
there.
guy is the only man I've ever known that eats Thai food every week in England, but then goes to Thailand and starts eating burgers and pizza.
Yeah, but I went out there, we're on pina coladas before training. Mate, honestly, I was the biggest idiot ever. Like, we weren't taking it serious at all.
How old were you?
It was last year.
Mate, well, my last fight.
17, first time
Yeah,
out
it was
there.
his last fight.
But
And to be fair, you can see the difference when you do stupid shit like that. He fought shit. He fought Ace for 2 rounds, and then he were knackered.
2.5.
All right, I'll give you 3 rounds then. He fought good for like first 2-3 rounds,
Yeah,
and then he
come
was
back to my
fucked.
corner and I went, Richard, I'm fucked. And then round 4 I took a bit of a pasting, and then round 5 I just kind of like dig deep and just score instead of like going for power. Just had to score.
The thing is, he'd levered him first 3 rounds, and he could have stopped. He could have actually stopped. He hurt him,
Yeah, pretty easily.
but he didn't have it in him to go and finish the fight because he was just knackered. Yeah. And it's these stupid shit like that
So
we've had to go at him in the past. Like,
now I've learned from a
his
mistake.
diet has to be bang on, and that's what we've had to go at him in the past. That's his weakness, was making weight. And he always had like, you'd get like 2 days, 3 days before, and he'd have like 8-9 kilo left to lose. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
How do you get that weight off?
By being a dickhead and
By being a spaz, yeah.
and just running and
Eating
sauning
no
and shit like that, not
You
eating.
must feel like shit though, right?
Oh yeah.
Must be dreadful.
I go
Exactly.
Like, yeah, it's
Cut
awful.
water because you're
But
cutting water. That's it.
Exactly, but this is the thing, like, going back to when me and Liam first started, that's kind of what everyone did, because there wasn't really anything like nutrition. They were knowing what they were on about with food and stuff. We used to weigh in for fights and go to McDonald's with his opponent and have like a Big Mac meal and then go fight each other. Do you know what I mean? That's how we did it. But now there's so many. You can just go on Google, can't you, and get a really good diet and nutritional tips and whatnot.
research and
And
all
it's
that behind
spastic.
it.
Well, like, what you doing? And we're all telling him how to do it and what we're doing. Like, we've been doing it for 20 years, mate. And he's like, yeah, I know. I'll do it next time.
See this time.
I'll do it next time. But this
Now
time,
I've brought
this
in,
time
like,
he
nutritionists
has.
and everything. So like I've actually sorted it pretty. Like 8 weeks just solid dieting, but I've enjoyed it, to be fair. So it's been decent.
His best he's looked as well. Like, even just pads this morning, wasn't even like going serious, but he's really sharp and his recovery rate's miles better. Like, end at round, he's not gassing. He's recovered straight away. He's looking good. So, touch wood. Should be smashing it next week.
Well, that's it. Well, you're the UK number 1, Joe. So, what do you attribute your success to? What is it?
Yeah, how did you get there? At such a young age as well.
Yeah.
15?
No, I just think a lot of it's hard work, really. Being brutally honest, I think a lot of it's just been. A lot of what helped me is the teaching side of it, because before I started teaching, I used to work in like cash and carry, just as like a normal shitty job, just to get some money when we were younger. But when Richard said like, look, I want you to be able to like work full time in here, so you can do PTs, while so then you can train around it, so you're always in the gym. I think a lot of that did play a part, because it meant I could focus a lot more on my training because I was in the gym a lot more, so it meant I could train a lot more. But I think a lot of it, what has helped me develop, especially when you're teaching, you kind of got to like, you've got to show what you're teaching to them. You can't really. I'm struggling at it.
You are right, yeah.
No, I know what you mean. Like,
You know what I mean?
showing-
Like, so you can't be telling them one thing and then you doing another.
But when you start coaching though, you concentrate on the technique they're doing more, and it kind of helps you work on your technique as well. It translates one another. It kind of transitions from that to you doing it yourself.
Yeah.
I found that myself because I moved to Birmingham in 2013, I think it was, and I was there for like 5 years, running a gym and then opened my own gym down there. And I found that when I started teaching, because I was slowing down and demonstrating stuff on pads for total beginners that had never trained before, my technique got better then as well. So you do kind of notice
you
it when
kind of like focus on it a lot more. It's weird
because you have to demonstrate it, and you've got to demonstrate it the correct way, and you possibly like I break it down into maybe 3-4 steps, and then put it all together. So when you're doing that, it kind of makes you focus on your own technique a bit more. So you kind of improve in that way, and I think that's what you mean, innit?
Yeah, it like reaffirms it in your mind, like seeing someone else do it, and then you're constantly going over it, and it's like, all right, maybe.
Definitely, yeah.
I think the thing at our gym as well is he's got no choice. He can't be lazy. He spar it straight away from the age of 15, 16. He's been big. He's not a little kid, is he? Do you know what I mean? He's a big unit.
Big lad.
So he's been training with Liam Harrison, Jordan Watson, when I were coming back to train me, and even like Malidi, even Bailey, when Bailey were there. Bailey was on, like, because he fought one of the kids who I'd trained years ago. And
funnily enough, my first ever fight as a kid,
one of my lads ginned him.
Yeah, mate, I got a right pissed, and it was on a bad coach show. I fought Bailey, like, I think he was only a year above, but like, he absolutely battered me. It was my first ever fight, and he absolutely
it was my fighter, Bailey. Bailey and Kenzie, the brothers, were my fight, but Bailey was good. He was like British champion, UK number one, and that he was very good. But he stopped to go to uni and all the rest of it. He's just never got back into it. Work, like, real life takes over, done it sometimes, but he still had that person to train with when he first came over, someone who'd already beat him. So straight away in his mind, it's always beat me, so I've got to compete with him a bit. And so they'll have had a good spar, and then obviously he's got Liam, he's got Jordan, he had Malidi,
everyone in one,
myself,
George Berry,
Badger, George Berry, Emerson. Yeah, there were some
Phil.
top fighters down there, so he's kind of had to just grow a pair and get on with it as soon as he came into the gym, and that helps you obviously progress as you go on. It makes you better. You've got two options, haven't you, fight or flight. So you come into that gym and you've either got to put up with the big boys and work hard and get through it, and you will progress as a fighter and you will become the best you can be, or you're going to bottle it, your balls will drop out and you leave.
Do you get that a lot? Do you get people that come in, stick at it for a couple of weeks, and they're like, "Oh, fuck this"?
We've had some people just can't handle it, can there? But it's
you get a few, don't you?
We've had a few, but it's you can tell as soon as they walk through the door. Like, first session, you can go like that and look and go, they're not coming back.
They're the ones who take videos on Instagram all the time.
Yeah,
they come in, do a few videos, and they're out there,
and then they're out.
Gone. Yeah,
the gym's got a big name now, though, so it's gonna have a big draw for people, right?
Yeah, we've got a lot of people that come and train with us from other gyms and stuff, even just to spar. And recently, we've had like an influx of kids coming from other gyms at the minute to join our junior squad and stuff like that. So, you know, it sounds bad in a respect because there's people leaving gyms to come and train with us, but at the same time, if you want to improve and you want to get to where you want to be, if this is what you desire to do in your life and you want to be a fighter and you want to be the best, you've kind of got to go where... It's
been good though, because loads of other gyms as well have been coming over to spar. Like,
Molly
McCann this weekend.
Yeah, well, we have the Molly McCann's fighting, isn't she? You know, Meet Mount Bolly on UFC, and the guys from their gym, they come over and train with us on Fridays and stuff like that. They come over and spar, and we had a girl from John Wayne, well, she's English, but she lives in Australia. Natalie, she came over from Australia when she was home from, she came up to train with us. So like the other weekend, we had a massive bunch of girls just in the gym, all knocking the shit out of each other. So Meatball, one of my fighters, Grace Spicer, she lives in London, but she does like 3 days a week where she teaches out of at Keddle's gym with Rory and Bernice Aldis, who are both good fighters, and then she comes to me for like 4 days a week and trains me and does PTs and all the rest of it. So there's her, there's Molly, there's this girl from Australia who was unbeaten in 10 fights, and she's fought MMA on 1FC and stuff, and yeah, it was good. Nice. And all the guys as well were just knock shit out of each other, didn't you, for like 3 hours at a race.
Fish Gold run it as well.
Fishy, yeah, Fishy's good. Fish is good as well. He's unbeaten in UFC as well, and he's like 3-0 now, I think, as well. So
Do you get a lot of MMA guys coming in to do stand up with you?
We've started getting a lot more now, yeah.
yeah. I think
Like,
Liam.
I think Liam opens door a lot because he does a lot of PTs with them.
Yeah, obviously Louis Lee Scott, young lad from AVT, who's fucking amazing. Used to be a Thai boxer.
Well, didn't
Yeah, well, I think that kind of opened it. I think Diakis knows the AVT a lot. He saw that, so Mark started doing stuff with Liam. I know he floats about now, and he's with David Sarr at the minute, AVT as well. He fights tonight as well, doesn't he?
Yeah.
But yeah, Mark used to do PTs with Liam. Then a few other guys started coming from AVT. Obviously, Louis does them. We had who was that? Did a guy from Norway come or Iceland or something train with you, didn't he?
Yeah.
He's
Funnily
MMA.
enough, he's booked me to do a seminar.
All right. So yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, there's all sorts happen. So yeah, we've got a lot of people that come to train with us, whether it's MMA background or anything. It's just good for the gym, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. Why do you think they come though? Like, not they come, but why?
I hate having to say it, but the big draw is Liam, innit? A lot of people see Liam, and obviously his followers have gone through the roof on the Joe Rogan podcast. I know he'll be sat at home like, yes. But it is, though, innit? I mean, he's the likes of the guys that fought through the gym. Myself, Liam, Jordan, it's Joe now coming up. Obviously, he's just getting to that stage. It's different for Joe. He's the young one who's just getting up to that level, whereas I've done it for 20 years. Liam's done it for 20 years. Jordan's been doing it since he was 6.
It's shit.
And it's just madness, in it. Yeah, so it's just, I think a lot of people, they see all the videos on Instagram, they see people training together, they see the fights. Obviously now with Yokow being so big as well, those fights get filmed and then banged on the internet within like 2 or 3 weeks, so you can see the fights. Everyone can see it now,
and they see all the titles and stuff like that.
Exactly. Yeah, that's
like
it.
Belts.
Exactly.
That we've got a good vibe in gym as well at the minute, so it's like,
it's a wicked atmosphere
you
in
can see
gym.
like on the videos what we post and stuff like that, everyone's working hard.
Yeah.
Everyone's bouncing off each other, so I think that just draws a lot of people in as well because they want to be part of it.
Yeah. Joe, do you feel any pressure being, because I've heard Liam really, and Andy as well, people speak really, really highly of you. Does it feel like a bit of pressure, or does it not really faze you?
No, it don't really faze me, to be fair with you.
Nice one.
It's weird.
Got a big enough head as it is, Annie, so it's alright.
Because I don't know, I've kind of like just grown into it. At first it was a bit like when they were, you've got to remember, when I were at that other gym, these lot were all idols to me. But funnily enough, first ever show I watched, he were headline, and I were a bit like, fucking hell. Like watching him.
Was that my first world title?
Yeah, even though he lost against Dean, but you know what I mean.
No, that wasn't first one.
The first one I watched you live.
Oh, was it when you fought Bailey?
Yeah.
Yeah, I lost.
So he lost, but like.
But I had a mental
if
war.
you watch the fight, you have never ever seen anything like it. Howson just stood there going, "Fucking come on," throwing it at mate with quality.
With my face covered in blood.
Yeah, but it were a quality fight. So like these lot have all been like idols to me. So it's like when I came, I was a bit starstruck. As in now, I've kind of like just.
And then he realised we're all just knobheads.
Yeah. And then, but like I've kind of just like grown into it a little bit now. So now I'm kind of like used to just. It's just like one of the lads, just like. Yeah. One of the lads giving you a compliment.
That's what a lot of people. A lot of people do it though, don't they? They'll be like, "Oh shit!" They'll come into the gym and they're like, "Oh, it's Liam, mate, it's Andy, it's Jordan, it's Joe," and that. And then they train with us and they're like, "Oh shit, they're just idiots like us. We're just normal people. Yeah. We just happen to have been lucky enough to be good at what we do."
That, and we're supporters, mate. So it's like, if you ever hear me talking about Liam and something, we'll always talk highly about each other.
Positive.
Yeah. So
you're not going to go, "Oh shit, Joe."
Yeah, but you know what I mean. It's just like when people say, with the pressure of, because they're complimenting me, it's just the regular. Cause we always back us, mate.
Yeah, of course you do.
How about when you step into the ring? Then are you nervous at all when you're in there, or are you in your own zone?
Bit of both, to be honest with you. Like, I do get nervous as shit.
He's one of the most nervous people I've ever met in my life before he gets in the ring.
But as soon as I'm in the ring, that's it. It's just switch. It's weird. Right up until walking out, it's fine. It's not fine.
No, it's not fine.
It's not fine at all.
Hitting pads.
I have about
warm him up
shits.
in it, like 2 seconds, he'll be like, "I'm fucking shitting myself." No, what's up with you? I'm shitting myself, mate. I'm proper nervous. And then as soon as he walks through ropes and gets in the ring, it
just
switch on.
Off. It's weird. Like as soon as music goes on to walk out, that's it. I'm fine.
Well, do you know what? Yeah, we've had quite a few fighters on, and they all say like the they do feel a bit of nerves before.
Yeah,
fights.
it's weird.
I'd be fucking crapping myself, man.
I'm scandalous,
Yeah,
me.
big time.
That last one when I came back in April on Liam's, because I'd not fought for like 4 years. It was my first fight back in Leeds in 10 years. I was like, fucking me. I've not done this for 4 years. Am I going to be able to do this? When he kicks me with no shin pads on and that, am I going to go, shit, what's that? All these weird thoughts started going through my head, and then as soon as I started warming up and hitting pads, I felt great. And then as soon as I stopped hitting pads, I went, oh, fucking hell, I've got to fight now. As soon as my tune came on, that rate, I switched on, started smiling and laughing. It's just going to work, and it all sort of came back into place. But it's weird. I always used to get nervous. Well, I still do get nervous. Like when I fight again, I'll always get nervous.
Yeah.
But
It's not nervous about getting hurt or like that. It's more nervous about losing.
letting people down, me.
It's the fear of losing.
I'm just an idiot. I never fight for myself. I fight for everyone else. I think, oh, fucking, I don't want to let everyone down here, where no one actually
it's like
cares.
you're letting people down if you lose.
Do you know what I mean? No one gives a shit. Everyone's there to support you, whether you win, lose, or draw. They're not bothered. But I'm always like, fuck, I don't want to let my dad down. I don't want to let Liam down and everything else. And then it's weird. Mind games, innit? Like Vinny said, if you're not strong up here, you're not strong in here. It just all falls apart.
Yeah, that leads me on to. I was just about to ask, like, have you had any experiences with Vinny working?
I've never worked from you, haven't you?
I have, yeah. But in fairness to Vinny, he turned around and said to me, I went with Liam, and he said, what are you here for? And I was like, I don't know. I didn't know. And he went, what are you even here for? And I was like, I don't know, to be honest with you. Like, you've done work with Liam, so I just want to give it a go. And I was like, do you ever doubt yourself when you fight? No. And what are you here for then? Are you gonna get? We all know that you're gonna get in ring and just be an idiot and fight, and you're not gonna back down. You're never gonna stop. So why are you even here to see me? And I was like, I genuinely don't know, Vin. Just put me out anyway. Just hypnotise me anyway, knock me out. I'll just have a nap while I'm here instead.
Wow.
Is it something that you'd think about using there, Joe?
Yeah, I have been thinking about using it. It's linking back to what we were saying, like when I was in Thailand, being in your own head. It's them sort of nerves, what I get before fights.
Yeah.
You're battling with yourself, thinking, oh shit, I don't want to let people down. Like for this example, like I've had so many sponsors like supporting me and people supporting me for this fight and for this next WBC fight, but I've had a sponsor, Jeff, and his mate Andy. They've paid for me to go to Thailand. They've paid like straight up. They paid cash and more to pay for me to go to Thailand and enjoy myself and train out there. But like it's one of them. I don't want to go. They've put so much effort into me to then go to a fight and lose. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm not bothered about getting hurt. I'm more bothered about losing and then letting people down who've put effort and
All time and effort in.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I would like.
Do you know in prep for your fight as well? Then will you, like when you're fighting these top level guys, will you go watch what they're doing, or will you purely concentrate on yourself?
It's a bit of both, really, isn't it? Like,
yeah, I mean, he don't need to watch him. We need to watch him because, like, Richard will be one that studies and goes, right, well, he's been doing this, so this, and I was saying, like, with this fight with Chris, I've actually trained Chris Shaw quite a few times, and I've cornered him maybe 4 or 5 times when he's fought. I'm good mates with him, so I know what he's like. I know what he's good at. I know what he's bad at. I know what his main things are. So I was doing things in mind, just keep this up, don't do that, watch that. You know, it's just one of them. So it's the coach's job to look at stuff like that. Fighters always do, especially now there's YouTube.
Yeah.
YouTube is the worst fucking invention in the world for a fighter because all they do is go like that, not fighting him. There's so many pussies about now.
See, and with me being younger as well, like, I've kind of like grown up watching these lads. So Shaw's been fighting since I was a kid.
Yeah, long.
Like, so I've kind of like grown up watching these. So it's like before, when I was like 18, when I fought Brad Stanton. When I was like 11, Brad Stanton were headlining shows when I were on. So it was like, when it come into fighting, I already knew what he was good at, I knew what he was like.
Right.
Same with Yusuf, innit? You can't not know what he's
Yusuf,
good
I've
at
been
because he's a
watching for
worldwide superstar at
So
your weight. Do you know what I mean? So you see him all the time, and on all the live shows in Thailand, there's like a channel Muay Thais, and they show all the live fights from Lumpini, Rajadamna and stuff like that, the main fights, and he's on that all the time. So within like it's live on Facebook. He's only got to go. Yeah,
Yusuf's at that level now. Like, he's verified on Insta. He's like 100 odd K followers. He's like the Liam of their country.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's just like we know who they are.
You can't not see him. Like it's harder to not see him than it is to see what he's doing. So we know he's all round. He's good at everything. You know, he's not going to get to the level he is by not being good at everything, is he?
Yeah.
So
what is the negative side of a fighter watching another fighter before a fight?
I don't know. Do you know it's
overthinking it, I think.
Do you like make assumptions like, oh fuck, he's really
Yeah,
fucking good at that?
you might watch a fight where he'll be fighting someone who's absolutely gash, but they'll go out there, they'll batter it. You know what I mean?
good. A good word is gash, though, isn't it?
Yeah. I've not heard it for a while actually.
It's underused, isn't
I'm
it?
not
Gash.
gonna name drop anyone, but like you'll be watching a fighter who's fighting someone, knowing that this other fighter's absolutely shit or gash.
Yeah, stick with gash, man. It's gonna catch on again.
Yeah, but you'll be watching them. They'll put an absolute show on and just destroy them, and then you'll be thinking about it and be going, oh shit,
Shit, he were really good then.
You know, when really, if you fought him, you'd do exactly the same, if not more. So it's just one of them. I think you just overthink stuff when you're watching them. Yeah,
I don't even watch out. I've fought in an era where there were not like that to do sort of thing. YouTube was obviously about
the 40s.
Yeah, 1850s. YouTube wasn't invented, so I couldn't watch fights then. There was no one did it. No one ever bothered with it. Do you know what I mean? It's like Richard would go, "You're fighting so and so on this date," and I'd go, "All right." I ain't got a choice in it. It's not up to me. He says you're fighting him, and I go sound. And now,
and you just trust your trainer.
Yeah, I'm not bothered.
I couldn't bad at that. I'm
not even bothered. He doesn't say out. You just train and fight, and whatever happens, happens. You know what I mean? I'm not bothered. I've never watched a video and gone. I've watched top ties that I've fought like now. I've watched videos like towards the end of my career, or later fights. I've watched them and gone, he's all right. I'm not gonna not fight.
Yeah,
it's my job.
Sure.
You know what I mean? You're not going to turn around and not fight him. You're still going to do it.
Yeah.
You just might get hurt more than you thought. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's just, you're still going to do it. But now, there's a lot of fighters now where you'll go, right, you'll match a fight. Oh, do you want to fight him? And they'll go, I'm not sure. And there is a lot of fucking vaginas about nowadays.
Yeah, see, I think that's what's different with our gym as well. Like,
you haven't got a choice.
Well, yeah, we want to be the best. So to be the best, you've got to beat the best. We've kind of got that mentality of, if we just fight whoever gets put in front of us. Like you'll see with Richard, he'll just accept all.
The same with you and Yusuf, isn't it?
Yeah, well, yeah.
A lot of people wouldn't have done it.
What were your first thought when you got that fight? Were you just buzzing?
Yeah,
just like proper up for it.
Like we're nervous. Funnily enough, we were sat in Devon, weren't we?
Yeah.
Sat in Devon after Liam's fight, and then I got offered that, and I was still training for Chris Shaw anyway. But like that come through, and I was like, fucking hell, and then I was like, but. It's a massive opportunity. So then 2 days later, I booked to go to Thailand. Went to Thailand, trained, sorted my I already had my nutritionist and everything, but sorted a plan. I spoke to her. She's sorted another. So after this fight, she sorted another plan just to maintain my weight, keep me stronger. I spoke to my strength conditioning coach. So everything's been put into place already. So that camp's already sorted, ready to jump straight on after this fight.
They're the fights you want. It's like a promotion, isn't it? It's your job. So if someone turns around and says, "Oh, you're fighting so and so," you go, "Right, yeah, of course you want it because you want to be better than him." It's a promotion for you in your job, innit? If he beats him, it jumps into instant stardom.
That's it.
Yeah.
If he beats him, it puts him straight up to the top level. He gets 2 world titles in one night for a start. He goes straight to number 1 in the rankings and everything. And his money fucking rockets up straight away. So for it's a win-win situation.
Yeah.
He's expected to lose. So he's got nothing to lose.
If you go in there, do you know what? We had Neil from King Kobe and we weren't talking about fighting, but then we talked about Gatti Ward. We hadn't watched it.
Yeah. You're going to say exactly the same thing as I said to him. I know it.
I was going to say, even if you just make a fucking sick account of yourself, your stock just goes through the roof.
I said exactly the same thing. I was like,
look at Chisora when he fought White.
Yeah,
he lost twice, but now he's killing it. He's back in the mix.
It's like the guy who he fucked his diet up for him, fought shit against Jake Purdy in his last fight. He beat him, but Jake Purdy then went on and fought this Yusuf and got wiped out in 2 rounds, got annihilated. If he goes over there and goes the distance, straight away everyone's going like, fucking hell, Joe's good.
Yeah.
And even if you're putting a good account, you just got to put a good account of yourself in. But you've got to go over there with a mindset that I want to beat him anyway, which you will. But you've got to go in there thinking I can fucking beat him.
Yeah,
you can't go into a fight any other way, can you?
The main selling point for me as well is That WBC's been my dream since I was a kid, man.
Yeah, it's green strap.
Like growing up,
They're
watching
alright, I've got
Mayweather and that. Well, exactly. Like watching Mayweather and Pacquiao and stuff like that. All with green strap, you want that. That's the belt what everyone
It
wants.
is the
innit?
belt.
So
It is.
that on offer, like
It'd be nice to have
one's taking that away from them.
it'd be nice to have a third one at gym, wouldn't it, as well?
Exactly.
Yeah, best of luck with that, man.
Well, Andy, what I said, with Muay Thai, how have you seen it change, like from your time?
Fucking hell, man, it's
to
evolved
now?
massively now. Just like stuff like this with shows and the promotions and how much the money's gone up and stuff. Everyone says there's no money in Muay Thai, and they are right to an extent. But if you look at the big promotions that are coming around now, like ONE FC, for example, ONE FC are paying mega money for the top level fighters. Some of the guys on there get really good money.
on 50 grand a fight.
Exactly. For Muay Thai, that's fucking ridiculous. And they'll be getting bonuses, and obviously he's sponsored by fucking Stone Island for a start anyway, and he's balling anyway, he don't give a shit, does he? But like when me and Liam first started fighting, we were fighting in working men's clubs where people were still smoking and East End Park, yeah. We're fighting in working men's clubs in front of like 100, 200 people, or even when on like the big main shows, there'd be like 500-600 people there max, if that, and it were in sports halls.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then maybe 10 years later, we fought at MEN Arena, and like Liam's fighting on ONE FC now, and touch wood, I'm hopefully going there soon at some point this year as well. And there's other fights getting drafted to it, and there's massive arenas and big stages. Even like my last show, I had 1,600 there, which is quite good for a normal little show, and some good fights on. It's massively improved. The level's gone up as well. Like I say, with the junior fighters now, the juniors are absolutely sick. So they're going to transverse into great fighters if they keep fighting, keep going on. And like Dan McGowan's a perfect example of that. One of his mates, he won at top juniors, and now he's headlining shows, and he's just come back to England, but he was living in Thailand, fighting at a pitching D gym, and getting to a level where if he keeps winning a couple of fights, he'll start getting ranked and fighting top people in Thailand. But unfortunately, he's broke his hand, so he's just home getting that repaired.
He was still fighting top level anyway, wasn't he?
Well, that's what I mean, yeah.
He's fought Rungarai over here.
He's fought top level for a long time.
Stadium champion over there, and he came over here and
Dan knocked him out.
So
knocked him out. Yeah,
he's getting the names, definitely.
I think you got to look at Yokkao. It's a good example for it. There's like 4,000 people at Yokkao. That's a big draw for a Thai boxing show, and it's like the pinnacle of Thai boxing in the UK. It's the big show that everyone wants to fight on, and we're quite lucky and honoured that Bad Company is a Yokkao gym. It's a Yokkao affiliated gym, so we're part of. It's a Yokkao training centre for England, and we've got obviously Liam, we've got Joe, we've got Jordan Watson. They're all Yokkao fighters. They're all sponsored by Yokkao, so we're lucky with that respect because we get all the offers as well. Good fights come in, they come to us. Oh, do you want this? Do you want that? Do you want that? Even if it's not them free, it might be, have you got someone who can do this? Because we're one of them. So, it's good in that respect, and it's the biggest show in the UK at the moment for us. So
yeah, Brian and Stefania have definitely pushed it up another level for UK Muay Thai.
Definitely. And there is some good stuff coming as well. So we're having a chat with Felipe from Yokkao the other day, and I can't really say anything at the minute, but he was saying, I've got some amazing stuff to release for the juniors. So I've got a meeting with him on Saturday because myself and Richard Touchwood are going to be taking over the Yokkao juniors side of things. So we'll be running the junior side of Yokkao and putting on shows up and down the country for them, and so they'll get more exposure, which then gives them the chance to fight on the bigger shows when they're old enough, and hopefully transverse onto the big shows like the Yokkaos at Bolton Arena, like fighting on the undercard of Liam and Jordan and Joe and stuff like that. So it is a good thing for the sport, and it's definitely pushing it forward.
Yeah, I wanted to ask because you were chatting about money just then. Do you ever see a temptation for fighters to go into MMA? Because it's kind of blown up in the last 5 years,
5-6 years, hasn't it? Yeah,
it's leveled off with boxing nearly.
See, it makes me laugh because there's loads of Thai boxers that was all right, or the thought that was fantastic, and they're average, but they've got there's no money in Thai, slaughtering Thai boxing now and move to MMA. Where are they?
Come on, name drop this. Name drop, please.
Don't need to, but there's loads, and they haven't gone anywhere. They've had like 2 or 3 fights and they're getting less money in MMA than they'd get if they'd stayed Thai boxing. And what a lot of people don't realise, your money in MMA is shit unless you are on the main card and you are like main stage. It's the same as Thai boxing.
Yeah.
It's exactly the same. I mean, UFC guys get, is it $2,000? I think something like that. I think they've got a minimum set now of like $2,000, which is good money. But for you to get elbowed in the face on the floor and fucking pounded and your arm snapped and broke, fuck that. I can fight Thai boxing for that.
Yeah.
$2,000, is it?
It's the minimum now.
60 G's, baby. That's what it says, isn't it? 60. This were only his second fight for UFC, wasn't it?
Then 60 G's.
Yeah, exactly.
Bullshit.
Yeah, Andy fucking hates McGregor as well, doesn't he?
I can't stand him as a dickhead.
You told us not to ask you about it, didn't you?
Yeah, well,
I kind of want to now, though. Like, tell
But
us
he's just
why.
a prick, innit?
Yeah, we were chatting about
He's
it driving here in a car.
He is like, he has, everyone goes, oh, but he's done so much for the sport. What's he done? He's acted a knobhead, got cooked off his tits, started fights, fucked birds, got a random scouse bird pregnant, and now got banged up again. How's that doing all good for the sport? Tell me what 12-year-old kid looks at that and goes, ooh, he's a role model for me, goes out, buys a bag of coke, shags some bird round corner, and next thing you know, he's in care. What? You know what I mean? He's just, I hate him, can't stand him.
Yeah, you must have enjoyed that Khabib fight then.
I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and it won me loads of money.
Yeah.
I had it bang on. Got like 350, 400 quid out of it.
Nice.
He's gonna tap pussy. He's all right standing up, innit?
Yeah, he's quite sharp.
Everyone knows his game. I don't understand how people have took so long to clock onto it. He's got hands of fucking stone. He obviously hits hard, and his timing's great. But if you can get through that and chuck him on the floor, he goes, ah!
Yeah,
he just kind of falls apart, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So it is where it is. I don't really like, to be honest, I don't really watch or like MMA anyway, to be honest with you.
No.
There's only a few guys I'll watch, and it is people I know through whether it's like Darren Till. I'll watch Darren because he used to come and do PTs with me and Liam years ago when he were a kid and when he were doing Thai boxing. So I've sort of watched him. I've definitely watched him change as a person because he was a little shit. He was a proper little scumbag, and he will openly admit it. Hence why he was in the trouble he was and why he fucked off to Brazil. You know, he was a fucking phenomenal fighter, but he was a little shit.
I'd love to have him on here. I'd love to talk to him. I've seen his interviews. Like he's got a weird fucking. He's got a wild fucking.
I've not seen it.
He's not wired right. Him. He's mental. He's off his head. He's absolutely insane. He's a good lad, but it's like say I've literally seen him change from being this little idiot to going off to Brazil and kind of turning into a man and going on to good things. And obviously he's changed his life, hasn't he? He's on
He's a superstar now.
shitloads of money now, earning a lot of money, never has to worry about anything. He's all sort of set in and out.
Yeah.
But he used to come to Leeds and train and stay with Kyle Feller. Fucking hell. So Kyle Feller could have been unbelievable. It were amazing, wasn't it? It was sick. But he's insane. He's absolutely mental, bless him. I love him to bits, but he's mental. They came to train. Darren came and stayed with him for 2 weeks, and they trained their ass off every day, doing PTs, me and Liam, and training, sparring, everything. Fucking brilliant. And it was one of Darren's last ever Thai fights. He fought a kid called Mason, and Kyle fought John Chip Chase, who was UK number 2 or something at the time, and it were like Kyle's second or third contact fight. So I think they're only 17 as well, weren't they? So they're here, the training. Suddenly, Thursday night, as they're weighing on Friday, should we go out? Fucked off to Twilight, got pissed out of the red all night, come to weighing steaming, and I was like, what the fuck have you done? I was like, you absolute idiot. Kyle's gone and got on a sunbed and fallen asleep, hungover, burnt to fuck, bright red. Darren's hanging him back. And they got in ring. Kyle absolutely battered John O'Chip Case, and Darren should have won, to be fair, but I'm just like, you idiots. You've got to change your lives now. But yeah, they're just idiots.
Mad bastards.
We've all done it.
Yeah. We do. Yeah, it's a problem though. If you with like the wrong people, you just fucking get strayed, don't you?
Yeah, well, it's like the fight that he's on about when his first fight watching me fight, I was defending defending my ASK world title and my number 1 spot against Dean James. And Dean's good. Dean's fucking tall as well, in if it weighs. Big, tall guy.
Lanky, awkward guy.
And I did the same. I didn't really want to fight, to be honest with you. I was working full time. I'd gone back into a full time job, and I was driving up and down the country working for my mate, doing security. So I was like contract manager for a security firm. So I was driving about to sites and just making sure things were all right. So I'd be like maybe Leeds to Liverpool to Manchester or even London and back. Then come to the gym and after training, I couldn't be bothered. I was knackered. I was used to go to the gym, hit pads, do a PT or two, go home, eat, sleep, go back and live that fighter lifestyle. And I'd gone out of it. And I couldn't get into a routine. I didn't really like it and I didn't want to fight. I said to Richard I didn't want to fight, but it'd all been matched and it was all going ahead. So I was like, fuck it. A bit of extra money. I was getting decent money. I was like, it's just a bit of extra pocket money. So if you ask Liam, I trained for about 2.5 weeks to defend a world title, defend my number 1 spot. And then in the last week of training, I went out on Wednesday night and kind of stayed out until Friday morning. I went out, got pissed and thought, you know what, I'll just go out again tonight. So I went out, slept a bit and then went out again Thursday. Helped me weight cut.
Weight cutting at its finest.
Went to weigh in, weighed in, had like a bowl of fruit, the worst thing could have eaten on an empty stomach, walked downstairs, threw up, and then got in ring and fought. And that's when I got cut in round 3 or something. Got dropped with an elbow, got cut in round 3, got cut in round 4. You can see the scar. I had a big Harry Potter cut on my head.
Quality fight there.
Yeah. And then I just lost my shit.
I should have said Yates's throwing bombs.
The doctor stopped the fight for a second and pulled me over. You can see the clip on YouTube and there's like Liam's going, just let him have one more round, let him have end it round, let him have end it round. I'm going, oh, let me carry on. And Liam's like, you better go fucking mental now. And I was like, all right, watch. Just dropped my hands. Fucking come on then. And just started swinging. But Dean's good mate. Well, I was good mates with him at the time. And afterwards he went, you fucking scared me then, you know. As soon as you started swinging at me, I thought, oh shit, this guy's fucking crazy. But it is what it is. You all do stupid shit, and that's the only time I've ever done something like that in my entire career. And I'd vowed never to do it again. I was like, what a dickhead. Of all the times to do it against someone who's already beat me, actually, on a close fight on points, and I knew I could have beat him, and then I just fucking totally blew it. But
2-day bender.
Yeah, it's all right, innit? If you're listening, kids, don't do it.
Yeah, that's it. I think that's a good. It sounds like you got that good experience for like the kids around the gym though. Like you've been out there, you've done it, made the mistakes, learned from it. You can pass it on to like Joe and even.
But he don't listen. That's what we're saying.
Well, yeah, he smashes off all the pina coladas, comes back.
Yeah, exactly.
Way over fucking weight. But
obviously, like advice is working, innit?
New year, new me.
Been saying that for 3-4 years.
New year, new me. Still stand by it.
Yeah, nah, it's just. You can see the kids developing definitely, and like the way we all teach exactly the same. So whether we're holding pads for a kid or an adult, we all teach the same. Me, Joe, Richard, Liam, we all teach the same format. A lot of kids you'll see, because they don't get hit to the head in junior rules, you'll see them with the hands down here and stuff, where all our lot of like hands nice and tight, and we train them throwing elbows, throwing knees, you know, stuff that when they move to adult and head contact fights, they'll be prepared for it already, rather than going in going, oh shit, I'm getting hit in the head, and your hands are down here getting your head rocked back. Yeah. It's preparing them now when they're in the gym at like 6 years old or whatever, 4 when they are 18 and stuff, getting ready for big fights.
What so 18's the limit then, where they can full contact?
Yeah,
you can start head contact at 14 in the UK, but it'll be with head protection on.
Used to be different though when we were younger, didn't it?
Different, like Liam.
When I went head shots.
Yeah, I'm going to say Liam's first fight was 13. And it was full contact. Full contact, yeah. It was his first ever fight, and it was head contact, no shin pads, C-class rules against a fucking 18-year-old. He was 13. Master Sken told him, yeah, he's 16. And Richard was like 15 or something. And Richard was like, yeah, go on then, be all right, Liam, it's hard. Liam's at the weigh and he phoned Richard, Richard, he's turned up in his fucking car. I think he was 17, nearly 18 was his opponent. He's like, he just drove up. I was like, no, he ain't. I'm telling you, I'm watching him get out of his car. But he knocked him out first round anyway, so it didn't matter, did it? Blew his head off. But he couldn't believe it. He rang me and Richard, like, I can't fucking believe this.
Imagine that got away. Yeah, got knocked by a 14.
Got knocked by 13, money, 13, 14.
13-year-old, fuck me. Fuck me, no one would mess with him at school, would they? Fuck's sake. Just sparked out a fucking 18-year-old man.
Yeah,
What
sparked
did
out
you
a
do
man.
at weekend? Like show and tell at school?
Yeah.
Just
See,
knock
teacher.
someone's
What
dad
did you
out.
do? Chinned an 18-year-old.
And I'm not doing my homework.
I'm never doing my
Sat in
homework.
crowd like that after his fight. Sorting his maths out.
Oh, man.
Do you know what though? That's what some we've had a couple of trainers on, and they've said that fighting actually will teach kids like a lot of respect and a lot of manners, and
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
it puts kind of a good spin on the life if they come from like backgrounds that are a bit.
It
more
does if
fucking
it's
troublesome.
done right, doesn't it? I mean, I won't stand for shit with them. Like, if they're messing about and running
Yeah,
around
it's
like idiots,
just
I
it,
just be like, get out, go. I'm not going to stand here and try and mess about with it.
Example,
Just-
me this morning.
Yeah, he kicked someone out this morning.
Did you?
Just lost his shit and went,
Yeah.
right, this is your last lesson, don't come back.
Picked wrong day, didn't I? Every week I have this kid who just messes about. I went to Thailand. I've come back. The person who was covering my class, she's highlighted that he was like messing about. MMA coach was saying messing about. So today he's done it again. I went, right, it's not coming back.
Bullshit.
Done. See you later, pal.
Get out.
Disclaimer.
Disclaimer,
kids
it
got
didn't hit him.
Yeah, no children were harmed.
No children were harmed in Joe Craven throwing him out of the gym.
Yeah, nice. I think that's fucking it, man.
Yeah,
It's
man.
been fucking nice
How
to
long
have you
going
boys in.
for? Yeah, pretty much an hour.
Pretty much an hour. Yeah, it's fucking flown, man.
Yeah,
Is there
man.
anything you want to wrap up with before we kick you out?
Before we kick you out.
Probably ask you really fucking politely.
You can kick him out, man.
I'm in the corner, mate.
Just thank you to all our sponsors, I guess. There's a lot of guys that look after all of us, the gym in general, like without people like obviously Liam and him sponsored by Gym King now. They're representing Gym King. I'm sponsored by Authority Apparel and Free Leopard Liniment and Muscle Foods and stuff like that. There's loads of people that without them you couldn't actually do what you do for a living.
Yeah.
So it's just, thank you everyone that supported us, followed us, is following us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna list. I'll list my sponsors. Cheers, my sponsors: Gym King, Yokow, Yorkshire Mafia, Love Emp, Natural Remedy, King Tape, Fight Fuel, and Jeff Downs and Andy Rowe.
I love that he's had to get his Instagram up to see who actually sponsors him though.
Yeah,
My name's Joe Craven. I've got 5,000 sponsors. I don't know all your names, so
All
just
these
give me
out
2
there.
minutes.
If people want to find you guys, where can they find your pages?
Instagram Joe_Craven, Twitter Joe_Craven, and Facebook it's Joe Craven Muay Thai Fighter. I think.
And mine's Andy Badco on Instagram. Twitter's shit, so I don't even use it. But it's the same. And just Andy Howson on Facebook.
Thanks again for coming on,
With you guys, thank
Cheers,
you very
boys.
much. Cheers.
Marching on together.